Richard Rawlings is one of the most prominent names in America when it comes to cars. He is familiar to some people because of a few Dodge commercials he was in back in 2014, while most of us know him for being the head of Gas Monkey Garage on the Discovery Channel show Fast and Loud. Even if you're a die-hard fan of this successful reality-styled episodes, you may not really have knowledge of the man behind the on-screen motor mastermind. In this video, we'll be talking about the 10 things you probably didn't know about Richard Rawlings. Before we continue, make sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for notifications. Let's begin. Number 10. Inherited his love for cars. While some people develop their love for cars throughout their lives, Richard Rawlings was almost born with it. His father had a love for cars himself, and Richard grew up all around cars. There was even an entire episode on his show about him finding one of his dad's old cars, a '67 Dodge Dart. It was the one that he and his father delivered newspapers in throughout his childhood. He talked about how he didn't actually like that particular Dodge and wanted to buy it just so he could redo the entire thing. In 2014, he mentioned that his father was the driving force behind his love for cars in a Facebook post he made when he was trying to sell one of his old trucks. It is safe to say that being around cars all the time made him want to flip cars eventually in life, which is pretty much one of the main reasons we know Richard Rawlings today. Number 9. Bought his first car at the age of 14. Most people get their first car at the age of 16 when they get their learner's permit. Richard Rawling, however, did not want to wait that long. Throughout his early childhood, he helped his father deliver newspapers, and he worked several odd jobs as he grew up. By the age of 14, he had gathered up a good amount of cash, so he began to buy cars and flip them, as much as a 14-year-old can flip a car, and sold them for a profit. His first one was a 1974 Mercury Comet. He kept it for a few years, even learned how to drive in it, and eventually sold it. He made flipping cars and selling them his side hustle, and throughout the decades that followed, got so good at it that he made it the trademark he's known for all over the world. Number 8. Had to sell his company for the dream garage. As the years went on, Richard set up several successful businesses. Before he became the iconic car flipper, he owned a printing and advertising company called Lincoln Press. He started the company in 1999, and within a few years it was making millions. The firm had a promising future, but in 2014 he decided that he was going to put all of his eggs in one basket, or should we say trunk. He sold the printing press to buy Gas Monkey Garage, that would go on to become one of the most famous garages to ever be featured on TV. Number 7 is a two-time Gumball 3000 winner. Richard Rawlings doesn't just love flipping cars, he also loves driving them, and is pretty good at it too. So far, he has taken part in several transcontinental races. He hasn't just been a participant in them, he has won the Gumball 3000 twice and even holds a world record for the speediest cannonball run ever. He, along with his co-pilot Dennis Collins, drove from New York to California in 32 hours and 51 minutes in the Cannonball 2007, making them the fastest duo to do so since 1975. The record remains unbeaten to this day. Number 6 is an author too. Very few people can translate their presence on TV onto paper, but Richard Rawlings has also been quite great at that. In 2015, he came out with a book called Fast and Loud: Blood, Sweat, and Beers. The volume was initially meant to just be an autobiography. Even the title is pretty much a list of everything that makes him who he is, but when it was released, it became known for being much more than just that. His work is considered one of the best automotive handbooks out there because, as Richard wrote about his life experiences, there were little guides for people that may be into flipping cars themselves. Yes, this book is quite a goldmine for car enthusiasts because reading it is like getting insight from the master of car flipping directly, learning his secrets directly from him. Number 5 is not just a man of cars. In addition to running a successful printing press before his restoring days, Richard has not only created the Gas Monkey brand and made it huge in terms of car flipping, but has taken it further and created a franchise of bars, starting off with the first Gas Monkey Bar and Grill in Dallas, Texas, and followed by further locations. Even though his first one ran into some legal troubles over apparently selling counterfeit liquor in 2019, it wasn't enough to slow down his business, and Rawlings is planning on further expanding them, opening new locations all over America. Number 4. He is also obsessed with motorcycles. Although his main obsession lies in cars, he is in love with almost everything that runs on wheels, including motorcycles. Richard is well known for the insane custom motorcycles he has built over the years, and has even challenged expert Aaron Kaufman to an epic build-off that resulted in one of the most decked-out bikes the world may ever see. Just to put it into perspective how powerful the magnificent bike really was, as a test drive, they literally rode it from Dallas all the way to Vegas and back. Number 3. Richer than you'd think. Richard has always been vocal about his humble beginnings. Throughout his early life, as he tried to get into the car business, he worked several different jobs to get him through. Some of the careers he has given a try include being a law enforcement officer, a paramedic, and even a firefighter. Saving money working these jobs helped him establish and grow into the man he is today, and now he's far from where he started off. As of 2021, his net worth lies at $20 million, and with how quickly his businesses have been expanding, it seems that this number is only going to keep growing as time goes on. Number 2. He has a massive private car collection. This one isn't really a shocker. Of course, someone that is literally known for being a car man is going to have quite the car collection himself. One that's very impressive. No one really knows the exact number of cars he owns, but it is said to be around the 50 to 60 mark. He basically owns an entire parking lot. Some of his most impressive cars include a $40,000 1919 Nash Roadster, a $224,000 1938 Aston Martin, a $675,000 1992 Ferrari F40, and the infamous $40,000 2015 Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, which was stolen from him and recovered on the show. If you're trying to picture his entire car collection, it's basically an entire lot of vintage and newer cars, each one of a kind because of all the work he puts into every single one of them. Adding the Gas Monkey touch to them, he makes their value hike up even more than one would think is possible. Number 1. Has been shot at. People who have met Richard Rawlings say that he is an adorable and humble guy. Even though he tends to get heated on the show, you can tell that he's a pretty calm person from the interviews and TV appearances. A man you would think will steer clear of any violent incidents, but that's not what happened. While he was serving on the police force back in 1992, he was going about his night, getting a Whataburger from the drive-thru in a 65 Mustang Fastbed. He was expecting to have his burger in peace, but ended up in the middle of a carjacking instead, and in the incident was shot through his arm. Richard mentioned how the event was one of the saddest things he has ever gone through, considering that he really loved that particular car, and the burger he was looking forward to eating. Thankfully, the shocking experience did not deter him from his big passion, nor from giving us the TV gem that we know as Fast and Loud. That's a wrap for 10 things you probably didn't know about Richard Rawlings. Which one of these surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our Fact Factory channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.